Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Saturday, July 12th, 2025. You may follow me on the book. No, you may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Rare Rebel deck. You can find this on Etsy. So I think I've mentioned this before, but I was literally just thinking about this for no reason before I got on here to do this collective. And I'm just going to say it again because maybe somebody needs to hear it. Maybe somebody new is watching. I don't know. Let's talk about sex, baby. When you have good sex with somebody you're supposed to have sex with, doesn't necessarily have to be a soulmate, but when you have good sex should give you an energy boost. You should want to get up and do things and make your day meaningful and purposeful. Good sex is not going to leave you lying on the bed like somebody just drained your body of all its fluids, aka blood as well, okay? Man or woman, doesn't matter. If you're having sex with somebody and you feel like somebody literally just drained you of life, just an FYI, that's an energy vampire. That is somebody that is feasting off of your energy. You should never ever feel like that. Never ever feel like that. Ever. And what concerns me the most is why somebody would do that to you. And I'm going to tell you this too. People may start out not realizing that they're energy vampires, but they eventually pick it up. They eventually realize who and what they are. So for you to have sex with somebody and them to take all your energy, most likely they know they're taking all your energy. They're doing it on purpose. And where do they take that energy? They take that energy to have sex with other people. They take that energy to build lives for themselves that they couldn't otherwise build because they have no energy. I don't know. I just felt called to say something. If you're having sex with somebody that makes you feel like that after sex, stop. Just stop. Go get a toy. Lose their number. Just don't. Like, you'll be fine. It's not that important. We got 2 on the table. You can also, FYI, if you can also do spells and prayer and manifest for that not to happen to you, by the way, to protect your energy, right? I've never had anybody, don't get me wrong, I've slept with energy vampires before. Almost every person I've ever slept with has been an energy vampire. But I can tell you this right now, it has never, ever affected me like that. Ever. Ever. So if you ever encounter somebody like that, first of all, cut them loose. Second of all, cut the cord. Do a cord cutting ceremony after. Third, do a full body cleanse inside and out. And protect yourself. Do a protection spell. We got 3 on the table. Almost every person I've ever had sex with has been an energy vampire. I'm not kidding. To say that that's not real, to say that that doesn't happen is bullshit. It happens. All day, every day. We got 4 on the table. 6 on the table. Seven on the table. Eight on the table. We're going to do one more shuffle. I kind of lost count of my shuffles because I was thinking about the sex and the energy vampires. Last shuffle, last shuffle. Nine with bottom of the deck. I got a little red outside. I sat outside for like an hour and a half. A little bit longer than usual. And I forgot to get my hands up out of the chair and tan my back. So now I got to do that like in the morning. Anywho, we got fire element. We got evil eye. Evil eye. Evil eye. I don't know what that was. We got balance. We've got red light. Intimacy. Shift your mindset. Spiritual upgrade. Happiness. Oh, pardon me. And let it go. I actually am tired. I am like beat. It was mandatory today in the warehouse to be there 6 hours. And it beat the hell out of me. And I volunteered for tomorrow, so more stupid me. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates, it doesn't matter. This fire element is sending someone the evil eye. Fire element is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're trying to throw off somebody's balance with the balance and the red light. Like they're hoping to put a stop to someone's balance with this evil eye, with this conjuring. They're also, okay, this is going to sound a little weird, but it's not weird if like this is a past person, but still weird. They want to put a stop to someone's like intimate relationships. That doesn't necessarily have to mean like people you have sex with. I mean, it could be like if I was really close to my cousin Betty and this fire element knew it, they would send the evil eye and they'd be spell casting for me to fall out of friendship, fall out of relationship with my cousin Betty. Like put a stop to that bestie kind of relationship, right? It's an intimate relationship, like we would know each other inside and out. Doesn't mean, she's my relative, she's my cousin, right? But they would want to put a stop to that. And here's the reason why. Because they would want somebody to feel as if they're all alone. That's why. Whoever this fire element is, they want to take away any type of intimacy someone has with anybody else because they want them to feel alone. I'm just going to say this. That's really fucking pathetic. What if my cousin Betty was the only person I had? What if I didn't have anybody else that I trusted that much, that I loved that much, that loved and trusted me? And you're not only going to take that away from me out of spite, out of meanness, but you're going to take it out on her too. Cuz it's like a two-way street. Like we're besties, we're cousins, right? But you're going to take away that relationship to spite me, right? But really you're fucking over my cousin Betty too, which is really shitty. Really shitty to do that to somebody. Now again, this could be somebody too casting spells to prevent intimacy, aka sex. I look at them as two separate things, but some people don't. Some people don't know the difference, okay? And if this fire element is sending the evil eye, trying to throw off someone's balance, trying to take away all their friendships and their relationships, this person probably doesn't know the fucking difference. Let's just be honest. I just heard hothead. They're a hothead. I mean, I could see that with the fire element card. They're fire element, fire. And then the red light card. It's a lot of aggression. A lot of hidden aggression in there. So these last four cards here, if you feel like this pertains to you, even if they're not a fire element, okay, guys, like I try not to throw elements out there because I don't want to like cut down on the view on the viewing, right? But then again, I do use it in titles because I feel like I feel like it's a draw, and B, like it's specific. Take how it resonates. Like if this is a water element and this is what you feel like they're doing to you, then act accordingly. An air element, an earth element, it doesn't matter. And I've said before a million times, if you fill out a birth chart, you can do it for free online, and you figure out what all your houses are, you're probably going to find that you have a little bit of everything in you. Like I have everything in me. Air, fire, water, earth, it's all in there. I got it all. And I have every sign except for Capricorn and Pisces. I have every sign in my chart except for those two. If you feel like this pertains to you, if you feel like somebody's coming after you spiritually and physically, right? Because once somebody starts casting spells to take away your friendships, your relationships, things like that, that's physical. That's out there in the world. That's festering out there at your front door, right? You're being called to shift your mindset if this is you. To try and look at it from a positive perspective, to try and look at it from a it doesn't matter because you're untouchable perspective. Because I was thinking this the other day. Thursday? Today's Saturday. It's funny how things come around for full circle and then you are brought back to an idea you had, but you never said anything. I was actually going to post it on my blog, like a little blurb on my blog, but I didn't, about spellcasting. Because here's what I'm going to say. Somebody's putting this bullshit out into the atmosphere, right? Out into the ethers. Like, make so-and-so unhappy, throw off their balance, take away their loved ones. Okay, you know what I'm going to spell cast for? You know what I'm going to put out into the ether? World peace, love, unity, positiveness. Who do you think God is is gonna. What side do you think God's gonna be on? Now, we can argue all day about, why does God let children starve? Why does God let rapists go free? Why does we can argue about that all day. I mean, I have an answer. We all have the answer. We are all the answer, by the way. But I can only control what I do. Okay? I can put positivity out there into the world. That's what God wants. I was literally just having a little side note. I was literally just having a conversation with the young woman picking next to me today. I was at a pick station. She was next to me. And I wore I call them boat shoes today, and I didn't wear socks. And technically, if anybody was paying attention, I probably would have gotten in trouble. Plus, I took off the boat shoes and was walking around in my bare feet. Because at each pick station, they give you one of those rubber mats. The rubber mat is so freaking comfortable, but only when you don't have your shoes on. I took off my shoes. I was walking around barefoot with my little hobbit feet. I don't care. I don't care. And her and I were talking, and she goes, "Yeah, I like to walk around barefoot too." And I looked at her and I said, "Honey," I said, "we weren't meant to wear shoes. We weren't meant to work in warehouses. We were meant to be out there living off the land, living of the earth, being of the earth, creating, right? We weren't meant to work 9 to 5 jobs. That's not what God envisioned for us on this planet. Look at all the horrendous things we've done to this planet with innovation, with progress. And yet, that was never what we were supposed to do with ourselves. Not at all. And someone somewhere said, "Oh, the dollar? Oh, let's make that important. Let's make money important. And then let's try and get as much of it as we can. And let's fuck everybody else over." Some idiot said that. Some idiot did that. Because we weren't meant to live like that. That's not how it was supposed to go down for us. And now here we are, centuries later, all a part of the cog, right? Going to work every day, coming home exhausted, not having time to do anything. Some people are working 410s, some people are working 5/8s, some people are working like literally 7 days a fucking week. And some people still can't afford to eat, pay rent, buy gas. That is not at all how we were meant to live. If anybody out there thinks that that's how a human was supposed to spend their life, they are absolutely motherfucking delusional. Delulu. Side note over. Spellcasting. Spellcast for positivity, for love, for light, for the world, for peace if you want to. With peace, how do we get peace? It's not easy. And war is usually a part of peace. They go hand in hand, whether you like it or not. In order to keep the peace, sometimes you have to go to war. I'm just saying. Anyway, the other day I was thinking about spell casting. And I was just literally standing there and I was thinking, who do these fuckers think they are? Like, who does this fire element think that they are? Like, I'm going to send so and so the evil eye. I'm going to throw off their balance. I'm going to take away their best friend. Fuck them. I don't like them. I'm doing it. You think I can't do the same damn thing to you, fire element? You think I can't put your name in a jar and put a bunch of other little things in there to go along with it? You don't think I can pray on that every day and send that energy out there? Anybody can. Anybody can manifest, can pray, can spellcast for positivity, for negativity. You don't think I can do that? You don't think I know how to freeze water in a jar? You think I don't know? I don't want to give anybody ideas, but there are so many things that you could do to somebody, spellcasting wise, negative wise. They literally would be lying in a ditch somewhere within probably months. Do I really want that energy to come back on me at some point? Fuck no. Absolutely the fuck not. There was last year in 2024, there was a period in the spring. I don't know the exact dates for me, but maybe like March, April, somewhere in there, a couple weeks where I literally felt like shit for no reason. Like I was, and I knew I was not going through like, I wasn't going through anything spiritual, like not good anyway. I wasn't going through like an upgrade. It wasn't anything like that. It literally made me feel like somebody was sending me something. Like I knew in the back of my head, my intuition was like, some motherfucker is sending you something. Like this is what they sent you. You know what I did? I took it. And I literally said to God, I said, if you're going to let this happen to me, then I'm going to let it happen too. Because Papa didn't raise no weakling. There's a reason why I've been around lifetimes on different timelines. I've said before, like I've had thoughts about being Aphrodite in a past life, about being a dark witch in a past life. I have other thoughts that I don't feel like sharing. But all these things that I've experienced just here in this lifetime, and somebody's going to send me some type of spell so that I have like body aches, so that like my hip hurts, so that like what was it? It was something with my arm or my elbow, I can't remember. And I just kept thinking to myself, motherfucker, you keep on poking that voodoo doll. Keep on doing it. Because when you're done, when it's done, when God finally says she's had enough, that's when I've had enough. That's when I'll rise up. That's when I'll come back better than ever. Can't destroy earth angels. You can't destroy chosen ones. Only God can allow for that to happen. And if God allows that to happen, there's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind everything. Hence war. Hence red rumming. Hence the raping. Hence children starving. There's a reason behind everything. Everything has meaning. He literally gives everything meaning. Everything is a sign. Do we see it? Right? Do we recognize what we see? Because the mind's eye is only so, right? Like technically the mind's like your eyes, like, they can only do so much. I saw someone in the warehouse today. I was on the last station, all the way at the end. It's called 2122. And it's towards the end of the platform. Now with our new RAM pack system, they make the boxes there. They stack them all up on pallets. So there's pallets there, boxes there. The line is there. So when we pick into the totes go up and they go up to packing. There's a little wall that they built because there's a line that we have to put the boxes on when we do RAM pack, and it goes up on this tower, and then it goes up, and then it goes to the RAM pack stations where the robots, and when I say robots, like they're very They're not like a robot. It's like I don't know how to explain it. And there's like two pallets of boxes there, but you can see through like the cracks and you can see like the area there. And there was somebody walking. Like I could see them walking. I looked to my right and I saw somebody coming. They were wearing black pants, a white shirt. And I thought it was one of my friends. And then I was like, she's not wearing a white shirt. I don't think anybody's wearing a white shirt today. Most people don't wear white at the warehouse because it gets dirty. They were walking along and they would have come around the corner, like towards my station, but nothing came around the corner. And it was a man, I want to say, a young man. They weren't there, but I saw them there. Just like a few weeks ago, I was picking probably on a station, like two stations down. And when I turned to my right, it's always like when I turned to my right, I'm not even kidding. I turned to my right and I saw like a form, not like a human form, but like a free flowing form of just red. And it was aura. It was someone's aura. But it wasn't it wasn't a person. There was no person. It was just aura because it was there and it was moving and then it disappeared. Explain that to me. What could be the reason for me to see these things? To me, it's just proof that life is so much more than us. This universe is so much more than us. We pass on, but we never really leave. We leave energy behind. We are energy. We are always going to be energy. I don't know how I got off on that subject. Anyway, spellcasting. I can do hoodoo voodoo just as good as anybody else, if not better. You could too, if you really wanted to put that energy out there. I don't encourage it. I don't condone it because I don't do it myself, but I'm just saying, I get really sick and tired of people putting that energy out there thinking, "Oh, they're not going to do anything to me. Nothing's going to happen to me." Honey. 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 Oh, if only you knew all the things that I know. And there are some days where I'm like that close, and I pull myself back. And I always get confirmation, you're not supposed to go there. This is the thing about sending the evil eye. This is the thing about putting negative energy out there. If you're doing the opposite, it's a reward. Really, when you think about it, it's a reward. Why would you want to be a part of that negativity? If you're spiritual and you believe it, God's going to give you gifts. God's going to give you insight, confirmation, sights, synchronicities, right? You're going to be happier. Why would you be happy trying to destroy somebody's life? It makes no sense. Sick people do that. Literally sick, mentally ill people do that. Demon possessed people do that. Let it go. Live your life. You think somebody's doing this to you? Pray, manifest, put positivity out there. Okay, I know I've said this before. Grumpy old men. Burgess Meredith. He was Jack Lemmon's father, and he had his little speech about eating bacon all day and smoking cigarettes and drinking a six pack every day. And he was, I don't know, in his 80s or his 90s. I can't remember. And then he made the one comment about something else, and he goes, you can wish in one hand and crap in the other, and see which one is gonna get filled first. Oh my gosh. Just put positivity out there. If anything, just for yourself. Because nobody wants to live in the dark. Nobody wants to be of the dark. We joke about that when we're teenagers, when we're going through our emo phase. Emu? Is it emu or emo? Whatever. We joke about it, but do we really want that for ourselves? We don't really want that for ourselves, right? Like, that's just ridiculous. That's stupid. Like, that's no. No. Let all that dark energy go. Let all that negative energy go, and be a force for positivity. Be a force for love and peace and unity, because we really fucking need that right now. And if you live in the US, we really really fucking need that right now. I'm gonna leave it there because I prattled on long enough. I gave, like, that was, I don't know what that was. That was more speech than reading. But I'm just saying. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all are having a great day, weekend, whatever the case. I'll talk to you later.